Roger Federer Life and Career Highlights. 2018, 20th Grand Slam title and return to world number 1. Main article, 2018 Roger Federer tennis season. Federer started his season winning the Hopman Cup partnering with Belinda Bencic. This was his second Hopman Cup title, having won previously in 2001 with Martina Hingis. At the 2018 Australian Open, Federer reached the final without dropping a set, and successfully defended his title beating Marin Čilić in a 5-set final. This was Federer's 6th title at the Australian Open, equaling the then record held by Roy Emerson and Novak Djokovic, which was surpassed by Djokovic in 2019. He also became the first man to win 20 Grand Slam titles. It was also the first time since the 2008 US Open that Federer successfully defended a major title. In mid-February, Federer won his 3rd Rotterdam Open title to return to number 1 in the ATP rankings, clinching the spot with a quarterfinal victory over Robin Haase. He beat Grigor Dimitrov in straight sets in the final. At 36 years and 195 days of age, he became the oldest ATP world number 1 by more than 3 years. He also broke the ATP record for the longest span between a player's first and last weeks to attain the number 1 ranking at 14 years and 17 days apart, as well as the most time between 2 successive reigns at number 1 at 5 years and 106 days. In March, Federer entered the Indian Wells Masters as the defending champion. He defeated Chung Hainian in the quarterfinals, ensuring that he retained the world number 1 ranking, and Borna Čilić in the semifinals, solidifying a career-best start to a season at 17-0. His previous best season start had been 16-0 during the 2006 season. Despite holding 3 championship points, Federer was defeated by Juan Martín del Potro in a close 3-set final. At the Miami Open, Federer received a first-round bye, but lost in the second round to Thanasi Kokkinakis. With this early exit from the tournament, Federer lost his number 1 ranking to Nadal on April 2nd. He announced that he would miss the clay court season, including the French Open, for the 2nd consecutive season. Nevertheless, he regained the number 1 ranking in May after Nadal failed to defend one of his Masters titles at the Madrid Open. He then lost the top spot the following week after Nadal won the title at the Italian Open. In June, Federer regained the number 1 ranking after defeating Nick Kyrgios in the semifinals at the Stuttgart Open. He then won the tournament, defeating Milos Raonic in the final in straight sets. However, he lost his number 1 ranking the following week when he failed to defend his Halle Open title, losing in the final to Borna Čilić in 3 sets. At Wimbledon, Federer was looking to defend his 2017 title and was seeded first at a Grand Slam for the first time since the 2012 US Open but lost in the quarterfinals against South African Kevin Anderson in 5 sets, despite winning the first 2 sets and having a match point in the 3rd set. This was only his 2nd Wimbledon defeat after winning the first 2 sets since his defeat to Jo-Wilfried Tsonga at the 2011 Wimbledon Championships. Federer next played in Cincinnati where he lost in the final to Novak Djokovic, who won a record career Golden Masters, in straight sets. The loss ended Federer's run of 100 consecutive service holds and 14 match-winning streak in Cincinnati. Federer entered the US Open as the 2nd seed but was upset by John Millman in the 4th round, citing extreme conditions of heat and humidity that took a toll on his body. Federer then played at the Laver Cup where he successfully helped Team Europe defend their title, winning both his singles matches against Nick Kyrgios and John Isner. He also paired up with Djokovic for the first time in doubles, losing their match against Jack Sock and Kevin Anderson in 3 sets. Federer then played at the 2018 Shanghai Masters as the defending champion but lost in the semi-finals to Borna Čilić in straight sets. At the Swiss indoors in October, Federer shared that he had sustained a hand injury in training prior to the grass season that had caused severe pain up his forearm. He stated that this injury significantly hindered his play, particularly his forehand, since the Stuttgart Open. Federer went on to defend his title with a straight sets win over Marius Copil in the final, winning his 9th title at the event and his 99th career singles title. Federer entered the Paris Masters, continuing his good run of form defeating Fabio Fognini and Kei Nishikori in straight sets. In the semi-finals, he played a very close match with Novak Djokovic, but ultimately lost to him in 3 sets. At the Nitto ATP Finals, Federer lost in straight sets to Alexander Zverev in the semi-final.